RTÉ Vacarja Consultantive Nuv, Múinteoir Ray on show. And I have this beautiful book that I'm very keen to show you today. But first, here's a question, right? Do you have a favorite monster? Now, you might think of monsters that show up in books, like maybe the Gruffalo, or maybe any monsters that show up in movies, like Godzilla, or something like that. Now, do you think that kids have always told stories about monsters? Of course they have, and not just books or movie monsters. There are legendary monsters, like the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland, or sea monster stories that old explorers would tell about. And today, I'm talking about Irish monsters by reading to you some extracts from this beautiful book called Mythical Irish Beasts, written and illustrated by Mark Joyce. And also, I have a map of Ireland hanging here. And what I'm interested in, as well as the geography of the monsters, is whereabout they showed up. So keep an eye out for any monsters in your neighborhood. Let's check out some of these monsters and see if they show up close to where you are. Now, the first one I'm going to read about is the King with Horse Ears. So, in the crypt of St. Patrick's Cathedral, up here in County Armagh, is a sculpture of a man with ears of a horse. Now, the Irish version of this story features King Lowry Lynchig, who was cursed with horse ears. Now, society at the time wouldn't allow a king with an imperfect body, so in order to protect his secret, he used to kill his barbers as soon as they cut his hair, because they'd seen his horse ears. Except for one barber, who he mercifully spared and made him promise not to tell anyone. But over time, this became such a hardship for the young barber that it made him ill. And in order to relieve himself of this secret, this burden that he had, he confessed his secret to a willow tree. And he was cured. But in time, the tree was cut and its timber was used to make a magic harp. And when the magic harp was played in the king's court, it sang out and revealed the king's secret horse ears. There he is, the king with horse ears, up in County Armagh. Now, next, we are going to County Roscommon in Connacht. Let's see what monster shows up in County Roscommon. The Dollarhan are headless phantoms. And they're actually quite widespread in different stories from around Ireland. And sometimes the Dollarhan are referred to as gan ceann, which means without a head. Now, the Dollarhan were often seen as headless horsemen. So they'd have a horse and coach and they'd be pulling it along. And in Roscommon, it was believed that if you carried a piece of gold with you, then that would keep the Dollarhan away. Now, where are we going next on our monster tour of Ireland? We are going up to County Donegal, up in the very northwest. Now, wait till you see this monster. This is An Súlach. Now, the River Swilley up in Donegal gets its name from a multi-eyed monster that lived in a pool which is the source of the River Múinteoir Ray. The monster had 200 eyes on either side of its head and hence was called Súlach, or full of eyes. What a fascinating looking monster from Donegal. Where are we going next? Our final stop on our monster tour. We are going to County Kerry, one of my favorite counties in Ireland, down in the southwest. And we're going to meet on Farleat. He's a malignant creature. His physical manifestation is that of mist or fog. And he can cover the land or sea with his foggy cloak. Now, he does this so that unsuspecting journeymen will tumble to their death, or ships could run ashore or smash into rocks. He's an ominous presence in Scotland as well. So when not in the guise of mist, he has been described as being over 10 feet tall and having sallow skin, broad shoulders and long arms. And when you see him on the mountains, he's often seen in the distance with a black dog. But as the climber comes nearer, and the two creatures will disappear, and then they'll be spotted higher up the mountain again. So he's very elusive. He's on Farleat. Now, that's all from this book for today, but I'm sure there are monsters and mythical beasts associated with every part of Ireland. So wherever you are, get researching and drawing, and we'd love to hear about the beasts and monsters that you discover. Mashib. See you next time. Slán.